Hey everyone, welcome to Expose. Today is a very special day because it is the first episode of our Pay It Forward series.
In this series, we bring strangers from around the world together through an act of kindness that they use to connect with each other. Our hope is that this movement reaches a global scale.
Now today on this episode, you're meeting our first two participants. Participant 1 is a teacher from San Francisco in the United States, and participant 2 is an international development professional from Bogotá, Colombia. So you are about to see their very first conversation where they meet one another. And there is a catch, so you're going to have to stay tuned to figure out what that is.
Welcome to the Pay It Forward series. How does it work? Two strangers who differ in age, race, wealth, or gender, and are always from a different location will have 2 calls over Zoom. On the first call, there is a catch. The participants have to do it with their videos turned off, concealing their identity from each other. During this call, they will ask each other a series of questions that inspire a connection between them. On a second call, the 2 participants turn on their videos, revealing their identity, and participant A will give an act of kindness to participant B based on something they said during their first conversation. Following this big reveal, participant B, who received the act of kindness, will now pay it forward to participant C, another stranger, repeating the process. And this movement will continue, connecting people around the world to demonstrate how a single act of kindness can have a cascading impact globally.
Hi everyone, I am participant 1. I work as a teacher in the city of San Francisco. I've been teaching for about 9 years, and my passions are really anything that's outdoors, a lot of stuff on the water, fishing, hiking, boating, kayaking, anything I can do to keep myself outside is what keeps me happy. So hi everybody, I'm participant number 1.
Hello, my name is Cristina and I'm 23 years old. I'm from Bogotá, Colombia. I live here with my parents. I studied economics at Universidad de los Andes here in Bogotá. I speak Spanish, English, and French, and I'm passionate about traveling and cooking.
Hello participant 2.
Oh, hi participant 1, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well. It's kind of funny talking to a black screen right now. I will start us off and we can see where this conversation goes. So
perfect. That sounds great.
So what is one thing that brings you joy?
The first thing that came to my mind was family, and not exactly like specific moments, but rather like a combination of moments, whether it's like spending quality time with my sister or having like a good conversation with my parents. I also have like quite a big family, so I also enjoy a lot like having nights to play board games with my cousins and uncles.
I would have to agree with you. Something that it brings me so much joy is just, gathering together with the people that I love. I do not live close to family, but so gathering together with, my partner, my friends, and just, having a good meal, laughing, being together, I think is something that just brings me the most joy. I love to host and I love to cook. What do you enjoy cooking?
Usually desserts, I think. My sister loves them, so I like to cook for her as well. Actually, I said I live with my sister. She recently moved out. That hasn't clicked yet in my mind.
I'm sorry. That's a tough change.
Yeah, I just realized I said it very automatically, but still, she moved very close. So I get to see her quite often, so it's nice.
Who is a person in your life that inspires or motivates you?
Okay. So I think in this one I will pick my dad. So my dad is someone that's just like full of kindness. And I know it sounds weird, but like people who know him, I think would probably agree with me. He is very just loving and caring, and you just get to see that. Like he's the kind of person that just enjoys the moment and like doesn't stress over stupid and small things.
Is your father someone who I always think about people that I see that are just like at peace all the time? Is he one of those
Completely.
individuals?
Yeah.
That's actually the word, I think, for describing my dad. How about you?
I have two people. I could not choose just one of them. I would say the first one would be my partner, and she is someone who makes me a better person every single day and really pushes me to grow and do my best and be my best self. And she's the only person I've ever met who makes me feel that way, which is really moving for me.
Yep.
And then the other person would be my mother. She is someone who, she started working at a bank and then she worked her way up kind of just through hard work and advocating for herself and just being really good at what she does. And I'm just so proud of the person that she is and everything that she's done. She just really, really inspires me with what she's accomplished in her life. So those are my two people.
No, that sounds amazing. When do you feel most like yourself?
When I am outside and when I am kind of exploring the natural world, and whether that's I really, really enjoy fishing, and I really enjoy hiking, I really enjoy camping, I really enjoy skiing. I'm able to just really feel, to use the term earlier, like I feel like I'm at peace and I'm calm.
Never tried fishing, so one day probably.
One day.
Yeah. I would say when I'm around my friends, like my close friends, just having a nice dinner and enjoying ourselves. Mm-hmm. I think that's where I'm most, I feel most like myself.
Especially during dessert.
Oh yeah, during dessert, but also like over a beer, that counts as well. Yeah, I love a good beer. What does a perfect day for you look like?
A perfect day for me probably starts with a delicious warm cup of coffee outside, looking at the water, and then spending the day with my partner, with some friends outside. How about you?
Yeah, I think mine would be quite similar. So I was thinking more of like a day on vacation, like at the beach. I love the beach. So it would be just like waking up very late, having a nice breakfast, then doing like nothing over the day, just reading a good book, taking a nap under the sun that I like a lot, and then just ending the day with a good dinner. And right now, do you live in front of the water?
We do live near water, and it's great. So we spend a lot of time by the water. Do you live near water?
No, I don't. So maybe I can give you a hint where I live. It's actually kind of in the mountains. So okay. We're pretty far from the beach.
What is the most meaningful possession you own?
Yeah, I think I'm going to disappoint you with that one because I gave it a lot of thought and I couldn't find anything. Do you have this very specific thing in mind?
I have a ring that was my grandfather's, and he was a Jewish man living in Germany, and when he decided to flee the country in the late 1930s, early 1940s, he brought with him a coin for good luck. And okay. When he got to the United States after escaping, he turned that coin into a ring. And then he gave it to my father, and then my father gave it to me.
And do you carry it around with you often or not really?
I wear it most days. And my dad was really, he was a big proponent of that. He was like, I'm not giving this to you to just go put in a safety deposit box somewhere. This is something for you to wear to remember, where our family comes from and how we got here and everything. So
it's a very powerful story. What is your favorite tradition that you celebrate with your family and friends?
My favorite tradition would be Thanksgiving. My mother is a great cook. And as I've gotten older, I help her out a lot with that meal. And, you know, it's just, I have such great memories of, you know, so many people crowded into my parents' little house, and just, you know, all around, you know, a spirit of being thankful that we're together, and a spirit of friendship and family. What about you?
Mine is also something that's very particular, I think, to my country, probably a couple more, but I'm not even sure. So before Christmas, there are 9 days in which the meaning is you're preparing like the arrival of Jesus. So during 9 nights, you get together with friends or family, you have the prayer, but you also have a lot of food and drinks. And it's just like kind of having a party every day for 9 nights in a row before Christmas. And I just love it.
That sounds amazing. Nine full nights of just feasting and party. That sounds great.
It's great. So yeah, looking forward to the next time we talk.
Yeah, so I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Perfect. That sounds great.
All right.
And have a lovely day, night, afternoon, wherever you are.
You too. All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
So as I've been thinking about and reflecting on my conversation with participant number 2, I've really been struck by how much I think the two of us have in common with regards to just kind of loving our families, loving our friends, and loving being with those people. I know that she said her sister has just moved out, and I sense some sadness about that. So I think my act of kindness is going to be trying to figure out some way to keep her and her sister in touch and close, and hope that I can figure out something for that.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Be sure to check out next week's episode, where the first ever act of kindness will be gifted, as well as you'll get to meet participant 3.
Also, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be posting videos every Sunday, so turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Also, please make sure to check the description of this video so you can find our form to sign up to be a participant yourself.
And you can be featured!
Yeah, wait to see it.
I can help it.